Hi, it's Chris, and this is my review of tonight's reading of Reading Through the Bible in a Year Chronologically, August 14th. And tonight we read Jeremiah chapter 51, starting in verse 15, and then all the way through 58. And then we jumped into 2 Kings 24, 10 through 17, 2 Chronicles 36:10, which is the same rendition or same story, and then we'll go back into 1 Chronicles 3:10 through 16, which is the descendants of Solomon that gets into the people that are talked about here. Then we get into 2 Chronicles 36 11 through 14, Jeremiah 52 1 through 3, and then 2 Kings 24 18 through 20. Then we go back to Jeremiah 37 1 through 10. That was the reading, so all over the place. What stuck out, the Lord made the earth by his kingdom, the Lord made the earth by his power, and he preserves it by his wisdom. Understand and just know that God made all things. He is all powerful, made all things. And it talks about Babylon's great punishment, that once Babylon comes and captures Jerusalem, and Babylon does the punishment, that's God's chosen tool, that's God's hammer, is Babylon, that he's going to bring another hammer against Babylon. Babylon is the hammer, and now he's going to bring a hammer against Babylon. It's going to happen. And we see that. And then the Lord warns the exiles that are in Babylon to escape, run away, and that Babylon will be completely destroyed. And Then we get back into the rendition in Kings about how Babylon was captured, or how Babylon is the hammer and captures Jerusalem, which I thought we already pretty well covered, but we're back to it. I must have had to insert the Jeremiah's whole prophecy into this, but yeah, we get to see how Nebuchadnezzar took reign. We get three different renditions of Zedekiah being 21 years old when he became king, and he reigned in Jerusalem 11 years, and he did what was evil in the sight of the Lord. And then we also see that he rebels against King Nebuchadnezzar. So it doesn't work out so good for him. But three different renditions of that. Why is it there? And that's something to pray to the Lord and ask for. That's something I don't understand. I'm going to say, God, somebody knows, and it's for a purpose. I know it is, but why, Lord? When I need to know, please reveal it. Show me. I'm making a note of this in my head. I see that it's happened. I lift it to you. I trust that your word is perfect, it's holy, it's true. All your scriptures are useful for teaching, rebuking, and doctrine. And I trust that. So I don't need the answer now. It's your word. And thank you for your word. Then Zedekiah, this is interesting that Zedekiah calls for Jehoiachin. I'm sorry, Zedekiah calls for Jeremiah, and Jeremiah gives him what for. Don't fool yourself. It's going to happen. Babylon's going to get thumped a little bit, but don't take that as a sign that it's not going to happen. You're going to get thumped. You're going to get dragged away. This is going to happen. This is the punishments that's coming your way. And that's the way it is. Because you guys aren't handling yourselves right. You deserve punishment. I told you what to do. And I've showed you the way to live that is prosperous for you, that honors me, God, and honors God. And you aren't doing that. You're worshiping worthless things. You're worshiping idols that can't do a thing. And now I'm going to use another nation that does similar things, that worships idols, and I'm going to use them as the hammer against you. That's the way it's going to go. You can beg and plead, but it's time to drink the cup of punishment. And that's the way it comes. So what does that mean for us? That we should take God's warning seriously. That we should understand. We're under a new covenant now, where then it was a covenant of sacrifice, but Jesus came and paid the sacrifice for that, but we still have to accept that. Our sin deserves God's wrath, And God's wrath has been poured out on that sin through Jesus for all those who have accepted him and will accept him. But those that don't accept that payment are going to get their own wrath. And that wrath is not good. Woe to them that don't accept the free gift and acknowledge the greatness of Jesus and the fact that we can do nothing on our own. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. We need him. We need God desperately. We don't make our own air. We don't make our own food. We don't make our own rain. We keep trying to come up where we keep, God blesses us with minds and technology and engineering where we can seed clouds. But who makes the clouds? And we can't seed clouds that aren't there to make it rain. That's an interesting concept that just floors me to a degree. But God gives us the wisdom. If there's no rain, there's no food. And if there happens to be a pestilence or a swarm of locusts or there's so many things that come against us that God can go, boom, your food supply is done. Yep, all those animals that you're raising to distribute, that's done. I'm going to kill them all. I'm going to take them from you. Whatever other thing that a man has come up with to sustain ourselves, if God doesn't want us to, we're done. We can't put our hope in that. We got to put our hope in him, the one true God, and know that he is Lord, and he is above all things, and he knows all things. He created us, knows us, and he wants us to be with him. He wants us to choose him. He doesn't need us. He doesn't need it. He doesn't have an ego. He's just God. Know him. Learn him. One day, every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord. Do it now. Because from that point, if you don't accept the payment before you get there, you're going one way. I'm going another way. I'm going to be with him. Because I know that he paid that price for me and I accept it. And I want my life to show that. I want you to see who he is from who I am. Don't look to me for all-knowingness or anything like that, but look to Jesus. That's what I want my life to point to. That's why I want to live. And I don't even do a good job of it. But his promise is yes and amen. It's good. It's so good. He loves us. He just wants for us to choose him. Choose him. Peace.